All right, everyone, I'm back again on this Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I know some people are not, but that's not my problem. That is theirs. But I hope everyone's all right. Anyways, go talk about it right quick. We got the AFC title game on lock this Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Mountain. We got the Denver Broncos taking on the New England Patriots. And if I did this video yesterday, it would be a little bit longer. So I'm going to give y'all a condensed version. Me personally, I feel like this is what the NFL is supposed to be. The Broncos and the Patriots duking it out in the AFC title game with this Super Bowl on the line. Now, had the Broncos played the Texans, I wouldn't be mad about that either, because there is some advantages of playing the Texans in the AFC title game. But there's also advantages playing the Patriots. You know, you think about last decade when we had the Brady versus Manning bouts, you know, with the Super Bowl on the line. Now this time around, it's Drake May versus Bo Nix. Oh, wait, Bo Nix is hurt, so won't be getting that this year, but more than likely we should be getting that next year up in Foxborough in the regular season. Now, let's talk about it right quick. I did do some internal research, and my number's going to be a little skewed, so I'm just going to try to explain this the best way I can. All right, so I know some people are looking at this matchup, be like, well, okay, the Patriots, they got a legit chance, you know, and yes, they do. And I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills, and I'm looking at the New England Patriots. I think, you know, numbers-wise, I think the Patriots got like a small advantage over the Buffalo Bills. But eye test-wise, I just think that the Bills have a slightly better offense than the New England Patriots. I would trust Josh Allen over Drake May. And that's not to sell Drake May short. You know, he's had a good year. You know, stats-wise, he's a little better than Bo Nix. He had like close to 5,000 passing yards, if not 5,000 plus passing yards. He had 31 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Whereas Bo Nix had like 20-some-odd touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So, yeah, numbers favor Drake May a little bit. But also one thing that y'all may have to realize, and this is going to play a big part for our defense. Drake May has been sacked a little over twice as much as Bo Nix. Bo Nix is only sacked 22 times. Drake May was sacked 47. That's even more than Josh Allen. So, you know what that tells me? That offensive line must not be that good for the Patriots, which is going to be a disadvantage for them because, you know, you're going to be against a front seven that's been feasting at quarterbacks all year, and they can't wait to get their hands on Drake May. So I'm going to be honest. I think the Broncos defense is capable of getting more than 2 sacks on Drake May. And I think another thing we may have to keep an eye out on will be, just like with last week, it'll be the battle of the running game. They got Travion Henderson has been looking stout, and that's the running back I really wanted. The other one was Genty, but I knew that was going to be a far reach, considering he's going to go high. So my next person in line would definitely be Travion Henderson. And I think the Broncos, I think they had a chance to get Travion Henderson, but I think they traded back. And then Travion Henderson went to the Patriots. I think another running back I did want, Amarian Hampton. I also had a chance to get him, traded back, and wound up letting the Chargers have him. So, yeah, I was not really happy that night. But yeah, he's definitely been pretty stout. So I feel like, you know, that's gonna be the battle right there, you know, on that side of the ball. Our run defense versus Travion Henderson. I don't see Drake May doing a lot of running like Josh Allen, but it wouldn't surprise me if he breaks away for about a play or two and try to get the tough yards, especially on third down, you know, third and long when you need like 14 or 15 to get the first down. So don't be surprised if you see Drake May get into that position to do that. So, and I was gonna say something about the receiving court, which I really don't have much to say about them, other than the fact that I was really surprised that I found out they had Stephon Diggs. So I was like, what? But I did kind of remember him playing for the Patriots when they played towards the back half of the year and in the Texas game. So so I feel like the Broncos are definitely going to be challenged defensive wise, but I think another advantage that the Broncos will have as opposed to the Patriots offense is the ability to get turnovers. The defense really did a good job making clutch plays when it's needed. 5 turnovers. I think 4 of them was intercepted. No. I know we had the fumble early on, then Josh Allen scoop fumble, and then the sack. Yep, it was 2 interceptions, but nonetheless 5 turnovers, so that's always good to see. I do expect the same thing to reoccur with the turnovers. Hopefully an interception or 2 will be in that mix. I feel like it's going to be more prone to get interceptions than force a fumble and get it that way. So I do feel like Broncos are definitely going to win the turnover battle, which is why I always say get turnovers on defense. The second key with the victory is just feast on the quarterback. They've been doing that the bulk all season, bulk of it. So I don't expect that to. I don't expect the defense to really deviate from getting to the quarterback. And like I said, that Patriots offensive line, I'm not gonna call it Swiss cheese or anything, but I am gonna say that when you're giving up 47 sacks giving up 47 sacks in the regular season, and then we just got done playing Josh Allen, whose offensive line is giving up fewer sacks to him. That's not a good recipe for the Patriots offense going up against our defense. Now, obviously, our defense has kind of been a little bit lackluster since the bye week. I'm not talking about the wild card bye. I'm talking about the regular season bye. But when the calling comes, they will make the plays, and I don't expect them to deviate away from making the plays when they matter. So if the Patriots do get like 300, maybe 400 some odd yards in the game, I think they come up clutch and make the plays when it matters, especially late in the game where you may need to close it out. That's going to be the advantage that's going to play right into the Broncos' advantage. Now, on the other side of the ball, now this is where things are going to get really interesting. I did look at some stuff for the Patriots, and they are in the top 10 as far as defense. Are they as good as our defense? No, but in fact, I think they're about neck and neck with the Bills' defense. Because I don't think the Bills was ranked low in defense either. But I know the Patriots are definitely in the top 10 as far as defense. Now, obviously, Bo Nix, he did get hurt. And unfortunately, he will not be playing the rest of the way. That's unfortunate. But I believe in the mentality next man up. Jarrett Stidham, now granted, he has not thrown the pass. And a lot of people, some people are using that against me. Outsiders, using that against me. Oh, Jarrett Stidham hasn't thrown a pass. Okay, he hasn't thrown a pass this season. I don't know why everybody want to call me now. But as I say, he hasn't thrown a pass this season. But let's not act like the man never threw a pass at all. He did. He has played a little bit for the Broncos. You go back to I think the 2 years ago when the Broncos was going through the Russell Wilson experience. Before that became a dud, and he lost his job to Jarrett Stidham. So Jarrett Stidham does have a little history with this Broncos squad. With this Broncos core, and he's going to be practicing this. And I'm sure he's practicing this week with the first stringers. So the chemistry may not be there right off the rip, but he's going to have just enough experience to be ready on Sunday, which I do expect. Knowing Sean Payton, I don't know what Sean Payton's thinking, but what I'm thinking was going to happen is I do expect the Broncos to be a little bit run heavy to start off the game, just to let Jarrett Stidham get his feet wet. Not with him running the ball, but just trying to get the pressure off him and try to establish some type of momentum on offense, and also establish a run game. And this is also very important because not only did the Broncos lose Bo Nix, there's a chance that they may get J.K. Dobbins back. I did hear rumblings that he's going to be doing a little practicing this week. So if he can practice throughout, that's going to be another big boost for the team. Because we already got Dre Greenlaw back. Now it'd be nice to get J.K. Dobbins back. and try to put this thing together. So yeah, have him back along with to be that 1-2-3 tandem with McLaughlin and Harvey. That I feel 100% strongly with the running game coming alive. And then I think once the second quarter starts, then we'll probably start seeing some passes by Jarrett Stidham, because you don't want to be one dimensional either on offense. Because if you're not throwing the ball at Jarrett Stidham, it may not take much for the Patriots to adjust and realize we're going to just run the ball down their throat, and they may try to find a way to stop that. So I think for me, it's just build some momentum on offense, and then once Jarrett Stidham starts to get his feet wet a little bit, then get him out. They'll throw a couple passes, and we become a balanced offense, which is going to be very important, because regardless, the Broncos are going, regardless if it's Jarrett Stidham or to who it may concern, it could be the reincarnation of John Elway. The Broncos still got to find a way to move the ball down the field. It's just how it is. Which brings me to my third key to victory: score touchdowns in the red zone. Now, granted, you got one. It was actually the big guy that scored the touchdown. I think it was Crum or something. So it was always good to see a big dude score a touchdown. But we gotta find, the offense has to find a way to score touchdowns in the red zone. Because you got this, because the teams that are left, they're capable of scoring points. The Patriots are capable of scoring points, and let's just say you do get past the Patriots and get to the Super Bowl, you're going up against the Rams and the Seahawks, who definitely could score points. Especially the Rams. They got an arsenal of weapons over there with Stafford and the Seahawks. They got Kenneth Walker. It's like you got to score points in the red zone. You got fortunate with the Bills last Saturday because of the turnovers. But I'm telling you, you cannot continue to play like this moving forward, especially if you want to get to the Super Bowl and win it. And I told y'all better go to the Super Bowl this year, which means y'all better score points in the red zone. You got to score points in the red zone. I cannot stress that enough. If the defense gift wrapped you a turnover deep in the Patriots territory, and you start possession in the red zone, you got to score touchdowns. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Score fucking touchdowns. Because I'm telling you now, if you stall and settle for field goals, you could lose this game. You could. But let's not I like our defense is a bunch of slouches either. Because I feel like what can happen if the Broncos can force the Patriots to play their type of game and force some 3 and outs, which I do expect that to happen on Sunday. The one thing that I did not mention, but was noticeable to me, the Bills did not punt at all, not once in that game. There's been times when the Bills were held to 4th down, but it was on our side of the field to where they can take the field goal. I didn't really see any 3 and outs. So, and like I said, Drake Mason on Josh Allen. So I feel like in this game, we're definitely going to see some 3 and outs. We're definitely going to see the punting unit for the Patriots. So the thing is, just make sure that, just make sure you're scoring points. You're scoring touchdowns. Because I feel like if our defense come out on some Raiders and Texas type shit and really slow down the Patriots offense and keep them to about 14 or 17 points, I really like our chances of winning this game. I really like our chances. Now, if the Patriots manage to get into the 30s, now the Broncos have been capable of getting the shootouts. So this is my question. If the Patriots get to the 30s, can we get to a shot with Jarrett Stidham? That's why it's going to be important to score the touchdowns. Because if you're going to outlast the Patriots in the shootout, that's how he's going to get it done. It's just how it is. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. I don't really have to say much about special teams except lockdown on kick and punt returns. We'll let you continue to do your thing. I didn't catch the over-under, and I don't feel like I don't have my other phone, so I can't really look it up. One thing I did notice is that the Patriots are 5.5 underdog. 5.5 favorite, excuse me. Which I can understand the Patriots being the favorite in this game. I know some Bronco fans have been out of shit about it. Not me. You know, it's not really the embrace the underdog route this time. It's more so like, you know, Bo Nix is out, so we don't know how the Broncos are going to perform without him. So, you know, you got to really get, you know, so I guess Vegas is kind of favoring the Patriots a little bit more. But with it only being 5.5, I guess they're saying like, well, they still got their defense, so I wouldn't really call this an ass whooping about to happen. So yeah, so the Broncos got not only they win, they'll be covering the spread as well. So, but nonetheless, like I said, it's a 3:00 game, 1:00 Mountain. Looks like I will be at the crib watching this game on Sunday. I did have aspirations to link up with some Bronco fans, but with the weather and all that, that's likely not going to happen. So that's that. So, but nonetheless, ouch, bit my tongue. Outside of that, that's all I really have. I don't really have anything else left to say. So, at this point, we'll see what happens on Sunday. Broncos, you know what you need to do. Get the job done. Let's punch our ticket to the Super Bowl. And then whatever happens after that, you know. Let's really have a 2-week break before the big dance, just in case we get there. It will be nice to see my boys back in the Super Bowl. But like I said, they better get there. They better get there. You're the number 1 seed. You're damn near healthy for the most part. You got Greenlaw back. You got a bulk of your defense. You got Garrett Bowles. He's back in the lineup. You know, he got banged up a little bit late in the year. Only thing is a question is the quarterback position. But let's not act like Jerry Sitter can't win. Let's not act like he can't win. So, all right. So I guess I'll end the video on that note. So once again, I will be back, win or lose. We'll recap it. You know, either we'll be doing another victory shots, or we'll be doing a season-ending video, whichever depends on the outcome. So, and also one quick thing: if you're watching this on Facebook, I also made the executive decision that I'm going to finish what I started. So I'm going to continue to upload the videos for the Broncos on my Facebook page alone, but it'll still be on the YouTube channels. But so yeah, I'm gonna at least finish out this year, and then once the Broncos season is over with, and then from moving forward, every video I do, whether it's sports or whatnot, I will upload it to my YouTube channel. Well, yeah, I'll upload it to the YouTube channel, and then I will share it. I'll share it on my Facebook page, because like Facebook is changing too much, and I don't got time to be, fixing what they messing up. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna wrap up out of here. So I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all, and I will see y'all either. No, it won't be Sunday. I'll probably catch y'all Monday or Tuesday. We'll do for the recap. In the meantime, between time, I'll y'all later.